Well, hello friends, it's Amy Frillici with the Gathering Inkspiration Stamp Studio. And today, oh my goodness, I found my favorite new color. This is called Mango Melody. And can you just see, basically it looks like a mango to me in terms of the color. And then my favorite designer series paper right now, this is from the Garden Impression Designer Series paper. And then my favorite embossing folder right now, this is called the Lovely Floral Embossing folder. I just love kind of usually they're maybe kind of all the same pattern throughout the embossing folder. So I think that's what I really love about this particular embossing folder. As you can see on the picture here, right? So it's got the flower and then it's got just lots of other leaf and flower kind of images. And then they're not all, some of them are a little bit deeper in terms of the embossing and some of them are a little bit more shallow. So it just, I don't know, it's hard to see. I get a little bit of a glare there, don't I? But I love kind of just the different texture and look of this embossing folder, as you can kind of see on the card too. This is a little bit softer and a little bit deeper, more etched look to it. And let me show you, so while I'm like all excited showing you all the new product, I have to show you that Garden Impression Designer Series paper, because I know I cannot stop playing with it. I have so many projects I want to make with this, but I love, it's just perfect. These bright, fun, beautiful floral. I'm going to give you one side. I love that maize and blue flower right there. And then those are beautiful too, aren't they? Oh my gosh, so many just gorgeous floral images in this this pack of designer series paper. And I love the navy blue in some of them too, or the Pacific Point in that one. So that's the front side. And then these are maybe a little bit more, I don't know if I'm going to call them muted, but a lot of times a little bit kind of smaller. Yeah, like that one right there. I don't know. They're not really muted because they're still beautiful and bold and bright. That one's a little bit more muted there. But you get the idea. Gorgeous. Love that pack of paper. And then while I'm at it, I might as well show you. This is the stamp set we're using. The Detailed with Love stamp set. It's got a lot of great sentiments. The Let's Celebrate, Happy Birthday, the one we're using on our card. Can you see that? The Life is Sweeter with Friends Like You. I love you, thank you, and then So Many Smiles Begin with You, and then a bunch of other kind of floral and detail images as well in the Detailed with Love stamp set. So let's go ahead and get started putting our card together here. I'm going to give you measurements as usual. So this one is a tall card. Can you see that? It stands up like this. So this one with our awesome Mango Melody cardstock, 8.5 by 11 cardstock. We cut our cardstock this time in half along the 8.5 inch side at 4 1/4, right? And then along the 11 inch side, we cut it, scored it in half at 5.5 inches. Okay, so we got our fold on our card there, right? Then we created just that little bit of border there between the, I'm saying this is Mango Melody. Melon Mambo is the pink. I was like, what is that color name again? It's one of them that we've had for a long time, but it was escaping me for a sec. So with our Melon Mambo cardstock, this one measures, this is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 inch, okay? And then our Whisper White cardstock that we're gonna emboss measures 1/8 of an inch smaller, so 4 3/4 by 5 inches. All right, and then this little piece of designer series paper, that super sweet pattern, the floral pattern, and that really pretty yellow on the other side. This one measures 2 inches by 3 3/4 inches. Okay, and then these are just kind of some scraps of paper to do our stamping and die cutting on. So let's do our stamping first with our Mango Melody ink pad and our Life is Sweeter with Friends Like You stamp. Okay, so nice easy tap, tap, tap. Press straight down and lift straight up. Okay, so we've got our stamp there. Then we can do our die cutting and our embossing. So we are going to, actually this one is not even with a die. This one is with a, you know what? I need to redo that. I think that needs to be a little bit darker. Hold on one sec. And this is kind of a little trick. I don't know if I should even show you this, but sometimes if I just have one stamp that I'm inking up. I just kind of open that on its back. I would be very careful though. I don't even know if I should be showing you guys that I do that. There, that's a little bit darker. I like that better. So just be careful. If you do that, you don't want to break your ink pad. Okay, so nice, easy tap, tap, tap for sure if you're going to ink it like that. Okay, so I'm just kind of trying to insert that right in. This is my 2-inch circle punch. Okay, so I got that one. And is that the one? I think, which one's better? That one's better. Okay, then with our Big Shot, I'm going to move this up out of the way. We are actually using, this is that piece of cardstock that's going to go right on here, and I've shown you guys this trick before, but we are going to die cut this scallop circle out of this piece right here. We're going to make sure to put it right in the middle of our cardstock because you want to keep the edges intact there, right? So with our layering circle framelits, and I've already got them pulled out kind of back here for me, we are using, let's see if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th and 6th smallest, because that's how I counted on those, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. So this is 5 and this is 6. So the 5th and 6th smallest. So the 6th, there we go, we're gonna put that one right there. And then this one, the little bit smaller one, we're going to put on our Mango Melody cardstock. And that's just truly a piece of scrap Mango Melody cardstock. And then as I'm putting this through, you guys are going to be able to see that I've kept all of my edges intact on there because that's all you're really going to see on this card are those edges. Sorry, we got that wiggle there. Cranking that one. And we're going to do our embossing now too. Going to grab our regular Big Shot platform. And this is one of the dynamic folders, the dynamic lovely floral embossing folder. So we do not need one of the clear piece on the bottom. And this one, I do need to, I wanted it up high. So, oops, I'm having a hard time. I just filed my fingernails and now I can't pick anything up. Okay, so I want that, do you kind of see that? Right there along the bottom edge. I don't want it sticking out because then it will make a crease mark on there. So because I want the embossing up as high as I can on the card without having to make a crease on that. And then we're going to grab one clear piece and we're going to put it on top. And I like to run this through and then run it back through. So kind of once and then twice just to make sure I get a fully embossed image on there. Okay, ooh, oh my goodness, look at that. So this is the dynamic part. Like I said, these I think pop up a little bit higher and then some of them are not quite as, they're a little bit more shallow but still super etched in there. I love that embossing folder and I think it shows up really well on that white cardstock too. Okay, so I'm gonna pop. So this was this one right here, right? So you can see I kept all the edges intact and then I've got my little Mango Melody piece there too. So let's go ahead. We can kind of start putting things together. I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of my sentiment there. Okay, I'm going to add that one on and then we're going to add a little bit more adhesive on here and add our Mango Melody scallop circle to our Melon Mambo scallop circle. Then we are going to add a couple of dimensionals on the back of him, kind of move him out of the way. Next, we're going to put our Whisper White embossed piece, and I like to use quite a bit of adhesive because this embossing, it almost kind of rumples up the card a little bit, okay? And now we're just going to kind of try to make sure this is even all the way around. We're just getting a little bit of that Melon Mambo cardstock peeking out from behind our white piece, right? So that looks kind of funny, right? But unless someone pulls apart the card, they are never gonna know that that was on there, right? So here is our Mango Melody card base, and then we're gonna add these layers right on here, right? Now, so simple, right? I love making these simple cards, and obviously you don't need to do a lot because we've got so many beautiful products, right? That they kind of speak for themselves. So we're going to add that. That's almost a little bit long, but maybe you guys can't even tell that, so I shouldn't even mention that on here. But if I were doing this in my craft room, I'd probably take this piece and trim it a little bit, because it's kind of, you never know. These 1/8 inch measurements are sometimes a little bit difficult to get cut exactly for me. So I'm peeling off the back of my dimensionals and popping our Life is Sweeter with You sentiment right on there. And then the last step is to just grab a couple of our pearls. Oops, I was going to be super slick and make that look really good, and it didn't work quite the way. So when I do this normally, I can pop those right on, no big deal. But now, of course, because I'm trying to film a video, they're being futzy with me. A lot of times I'll grab my paper snips, but I've been pretty good at that. So I just put a couple little baby pearls on either side there because I kind of wanted to cover up. You know, this sentiment has the 3 little dots on either side there, but we only got 1 of each of them when we punched it, and I kind of thought they looked a little funny. So plus I wanted to add a little something else to the card. So there you go, another beautiful simple card for you today. I hope you enjoyed this card. As always, if you're interested in purchasing any of the products used to make this card, I would love to earn your business. Make sure you hop onto my blog at gatheringinkspiration.com, grab the host code on the right hand side toolbar so that when you go shopping on my online store to get any of the products that you need to make this card, right? Use that host code. Your name is entered into the drawing each week that I do on Facebook Live to give the giveaway, the prize that I'm giving away on Facebook Live. You get your name entered into that drawing if you use the host code. Plus, you always get the projects that I demonstrate on the Facebook Live video that week. And you also, if your order is at least $50, you get a free embellishment from me too. So lots of awesome stuff. Just make sure you use that host code when you shop online. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this card as always. I hope you were inspired today. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done that already, because I've got lots more fun projects planned with our next annual catalog. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.